Flying Fish Brewing Company out of Somerdale, New Jersey. Winter Crew. Belgian style ale with cinnamon and nutmeg. Let's give it a shot. In the trend that is now the winter beers, and you're trying to find these spiced beers, but you're also kind of leaning towards some of these wheat beers or Belgian style ales that kind of have this citrus aspect to it. Some people like it. I know a few people that on Facebook and on YouTube have commented that they actually enjoy those types of beers. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. It has its place, and it has its flavor notes, and it has that somewhat kind of reputation as it's starting to build and the bandwagon is starting to grow, that these citrus beers with maybe some pine notes are kind of catching on to be winter beers. It's just hard for me to kind of accept it on the first try. As I'm starting to see more beers come out with their winter beers and trying them and figuring out which is, well, good and what's not, I'm starting to see that some of them can cross the line. This is a Belgian style ale. It has every quality, every characteristic that you would think would have a citrus note or tone behind it, some sort of citrus flavor in it, but instead they chose to go with cinnamon and nutmeg. Those are typically the kind and characteristics or flavors that you would find in a winter spiced beer that I appreciate, but typically those beers lean towards the darker or heavier side. This has both the qualities that I like. I like Belgian style ales. It's very similar to like a wheat ale, but it has the nutmeg and cinnamon, which I also like. And it does bring true that this is a winter beer. Is this my favorite winter beer? No. Is this a good winter beer? Absolutely. It's not heavy. It's light. It's slightly refreshing, even though you're getting cinnamon and nutmeg. There's something slightly refreshing about it. It's not that citrus refreshingness, but it's not overly spiced where you're like, whoa, this is heavy. This is a lot. It's a lot for my taste buds to take in, and it gives you that heavy feel to it. No, there's just enough that it lets you know that's there, and it's pleasing. It's not aggressive in any way, shape, or form, but it's nice. It makes you feel like you're in that Christmas holiday spice beverage, that alcohol, that beer, that taste that you want, but it's a light Belgian style ale. And again, it's not heavy. I would say it's medium bodied. It's 7% alcohol. It's a little bit higher, but it doesn't feel heavy when you're drinking it. My drinkability, I could actually drink 3 or 4 of these. Again, it's light. It gives you the flavor notes that I want in a winter spiced beer, and it's a Belgian style ale. Not many people I know don't like Belgian style ales. Whether they know it or not, it's light, it's pleasing. It's just a good flavor. It's not aggressive on the ale side. It's not bitter. Oh, it's a good canvas for any beer that you want to make. Any flavor beer you want to make. I should put it that way. This is clearly meant for the wintertime drinking, and I could see this stretching in the spring, all the way up until May. I wouldn't mind a beer like this. Now, am I going to drink 6 packs of these after 6 packs of these? Absolutely not, but it's a good beer that I would like to be available in that time frame, in that time slot. If I was in the mood for something like this, I want to be able to go out and get it. However, most of these beers are seasonal, and they're probably going to disappear from the shelves probably around February, if not sooner. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a solid 7. This is a solid 7. It's a solid 7 beer. It's good. It's not heavy. It's not drowned out by the spices. It's not also drowned out by the ale. It mixes well. It blends well. It's not super high in alcohol, but it's up there just a little bit. Again, these winter beers will be, typically they tend to be a little bit higher in alcohol content. Not sure why, but they all have that kind of feel like you're sitting around a fire. They want to make you feel warm. Again, the illusion is there. Alcohol doesn't actually make you warm. But all around, this is a good winter spiced Belgian style ale. And I can't stress that enough. Not a lot of these lighter colored beers have really hit the mark with me when it comes to the winter spice. This one does, because typically the lighter colored beers go with that citrus tone, and I'm not all in on that. I'm not putting all my chips in on that yet. I'm sticking with my guns and saying it should be a spiced beer if you want it to be winter spiced. I'm just getting more springtime out of those citrus beers. But I'm not neglecting them. I'm not putting them in their own category. I'm including them as I should. And I'm really trying my hardest to kind of wrap my head around it. And again, it's slowly coming in. But this is something more up my alley. So again, that's Flying Fish Brewing Company, Winter Crew, 7% alcohol. Very nice job.